Salam.
Yes,
Very nice to see you again.
nice to be here. Thank
It was really interesting listening to your presentation yesterday on follow-up of
Yes.
training after the training happens to ensure that teachers uptake the skills that they've had during the training. Can you tell me a bit about the process that you went through in this project?
The whole idea started when I was giving my first ever teacher training course in Palestine. It was a project with the British Council. It was two trainers, me and Nick Bill, who was the other trainer. We finished training, and part of the program was that we need to follow up. It was a train the trainer course. We trained teachers on sea salt, and which is a British Council program, and the supervisors and some teachers were expected to cascade this training to other teachers, around 450 other English language teachers for secondary students. So the second part included observing the supervisors training the teachers and observing the teachers in the classroom while they're doing the training. I mean, during the course itself. So this was the beginning, and this raised in my head many questions about the follow-up and how do we know that whatever we train them to do, the trainers and the supervisors, they will take and use in the classroom. And then I thought I'll investigate this further and I'll start this research. My key question was, does using follow-up strategy affect the teaching performance of the teachers in Palestine? And in order to do this, I needed to see the attitudes of the teachers towards teacher training in service training in general, short inset courses, and also towards follow-up and what follow-up strategies they use, they like, whether it affects or it has any kind of impact on their training.
And which follow-up strategies did you find were the most effective in fostering change?
As far as the attitudes are concerned, the teachers and trainers in Palestine believe in self-evaluation and observations. These were the most effective ones. They use other strategies, but these are the ones that everybody thinks that is effective and that is important. There was discrepancy in attitudes or in results when it comes to the peer coaching. Supervisors believe that peer coaching is important and they request teachers to do it. Teachers do not think the same. So this is an area I thought that it needs further investigations and maybe needs working on.
Do you have any idea why teachers have a mistrust of peer coaching?
One of the reasons is that they do not have time with the heavy load that of all the duties and responsibilities they have to do. They thought that they really do not have time to go and attend more classes. This is one thing, but also because this kind of tool requires a lot of arrangements, and they need this support, which it seems they don't think that they get it in arranging and planning things. And also they need to be trained on how to do it while they are in the classroom of a colleague. What are the things to look for? What are the things to focus on and then give feedback? So these were the things that I learned later when I asked them questions during the interview stage. And this is maybe an area where I then put one of recommendations that maybe more training to the teachers on how to use the tools, especially the peer coaching tools, in order for them to adapt it better and to utilize it more in class.
So you'd say that the follow-up tools need to be context appropriate, they need to be practical within the given context that we're
actually, there are 2 points to start with. First of all, a trainer or any institution that is preparing training, in-service training for the teachers, need to have the follow-up in mind ahead of the program itself.
Like planned from the beginning,
exactly,
as part of the program.
It has to be a built-in part of the training program. So, either before the trainer, as a trainer, I need either before the training course or while we're doing the training course, we need to come up, develop, write tools that teachers will then use for the follow-up. So if I'm asking my teachers to use peer coaching, I need to give them training within the training course. I need to either prepare before the course or with them develop tools that they will use later on during the follow-up stage to use the peer coaching or self-evaluation. And the other thing is that I need to take the context into consideration again ahead of time. If I'm going to give training to teachers in Palestine who are using English for Palestine, so I need to prepare my activities based on the book. Take the reading passages from the book, or if not before the course, we together within the training itself develop tools. They can take it with them, use it, and this is how they will be more inclined and more. It will keep the motivation within them to go and use these tools and keep up with whatever they learned, skills or knowledge.
Brilliant, thank you. I think